eternal swamp, hidden beneath its murky waters, lies the headquarters of the most sinister villains of all time. The Legion of Doom.
Hey, what is up, everybody? We have a return of the OG. Oh, he's here. Jordan, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, or I'll let you in when you're ready. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Do we have anyone? We have the world famous Bunkmaster Beyond Comics. Aren't you at a Commander tournament tonight? And James, always quick with the Oh, happy birthday, James! James, it's your birthday today, right? Let us know, and we'll have Jordan serenade you with his amazing voice. Thumbs up. He's ready. We're in.
Yo!
Oh my God! Turn that gain down. You blew me. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, maybe your gain's fine, and it was because the last person I interviewed with, I had to turn up way.
Makes
Maybe
sense. Let me
turn your
also
gain
pull
down
up
just a
because I am
touch.
super zoomed in.
Yeah, I turned the gain down a bit.
Okay.
Last time I did a stream, it was with Jess, and we were doing Stardew Valley. Oh well, I'm sorry I missed it, man. Happy late birthday or happy early birthday, depending on
Feliz
five
cumpleaños.
watching. But how many people have smashed that like button? I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
Okay, I changed my angle to 90. Do I look better?
You always look gorgeous.
Let me go turn on my
Oh
backlight.
my God, your voice is so clear and loud. Is he loud for everyone or just for me because I turned up the previous settings? Also, why isn't this an emoji for reactions? Confetti.
I am not a crook.
Okay, what is your gain thing set to? Because it's
A little over
killing
half.
me. Weird. That shouldn't be that loud. Maybe it's something on my end. Audio. My mic's fine.
Hello, hello. I'm not echoing, am I?
No, you're not. It was just came in fucking blaring, man. Guns, god dang blaring. 7 people watching. Everyone, hello. How are you on this fine Friday? You excited to see your favorite host of the Brave and the Boys, Jordan?
Hell yeah. Let's see. I haven't read any of the comments yet. What? The OG boys? Live? Tonight? Hell yeah, Bunk.
Like 2 seconds ago, I just like raw dogged an entire Farmer Boys double bacon guacamole burger in like maybe 5 seconds.
Nice. I haven't eaten since work. Okay, I'm
Oh.
getting really bad echo on my headphones. So
Wouldn't
let
be
me
a
see if
Brave
I
and the
can
Boys show
switch that
without
out.
technical difficulties.
That's what I get for not testing equipment beforehand, but I just got off work. So
Hey, I asked if you wanted 615 or 6, right? Or did I just say 6 and you said sounds perfect?
yeah, you said 6 and I went, sounds good.
Hey, it's Fred.
What's up,
Oh,
Fred?
Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader. One of my cats' name is Vader. Oh, we got Aaron A. Hey, boys. January, I read Venomnibus by Donny Cates and Grayson by Tom King, Tim Seeley. Both excellent reads. So, I have read Venomnibus, and I absolutely loved it. I think it made my list of top 10 Marvel Omnis of 2023. Grayson, I purchased just because I wanted to own a Nightwing omnibus. And I have this idea of I have a cat named Vader and a cat named Grayson, and I want to pose them next to the Vader and Grayson omnis. But I have not yet to read Grayson. But Grayson's good?
Hey, Jake, how do I sound?
Good. Way better.
Tight. Cool. I switched over from connecting into the Wave XLR straight into the PC instead.
Oh, okay. No time for that negativity. I'm using my Wave XLR. Wait, how can you connect straight to the PC if you have a... You're still powering it, right?
Yeah, I just switched over where my headphones are connected.
Oh, got it. What up, a Fifth of Jack? Are you gonna watch a Fifth of Jack's whatnot stream with David tomorrow? Get those good deals? Probably not, because we just got a heck of a ton of used Omni prices or damaged Omni prices. We both just bought. I think we bought like 10 Omnis from OPB today. We like pillaged the whatnot stream inventory before it came in.
Oh yeah. which
And
I'm
yeah.
also gonna be busy tomorrow. So I'm working 6 days this week, and then as soon as I get
Oh,
off
the
work,
Whatnot stream is Sunday. You're right. You're right. You're right. Fifth Jack. I'm sorry. I was texting David about planning like a video chat that we're gonna do for something, and it was on my mind. But you're right. It's Sunday, so you can watch it.
I can watch it. You're right.
Bunk, describe your new commander deck for tonight with emojis. Don't use any words, but use emojis, and then we'll guess what your commander deck is. That'll be a fun game, right?
What is a commander deck?
So you've heard of Magic the Gathering, right?
Uh huh.
Okay, this is gonna be my rudimentary understanding.
I think
So
I already figured it out at this point, but got it. Yeah,
there's
continue.
there's different styles of playing Magic the Gathering, and one of them is you have a commander, which is like your general,
Mhm.
and they're really powerful. And what I assume correctly is when new packs come out or like new sets, they all meet up and build a deck that night. I'm assuming, or they buy pre-made commander decks. I don't know how it works.
Bunk
Uh,
just dabbed on us 3 times.
is that? Oh, I when it was smaller, it was I thought it was melting. Like his deck wasn't good, but now I'm feeling like hold on. Mr. Gatekeeper of the Millennials is using the dab. The other day we were on the phone and he goes, "What does it sound like when you're on the internet?" And yeah, that sounds dirty. It sounds like if it was Jordan on the internet, you hear a lot of like clap, clap, clap.
Stop.
Is
We're
Black Cat good?
PG-13 here.
I'll probably get it. I've heard Omnidog say it was really good, and Rose recently a Fifth of Jack says Black Cat is really good. I guess like maybe I don't know, but I've never been like I don't know the character. So to me it's like if I'm gonna read a cat female, it's gonna be Catwoman.
Mhm. The OG cat female.
Yeah. Um just started reading Flash Omnis by Johns. Nice. Been reading a ton of pre-Flashpoint in recent months, and I'm excited to discover New 52 and Rebirth. The problem with that, do you know what the problem with that is, Jordan?
With the Jeff Johns flash
No,
that's
just
called
like reading
Rebirth, or
reading Flash, I feel like right now is that they have so many volume ones of Omnis, but no volume twos. So
that
like,
makes
yeah,
sense.
we have all three Johns, which is nice, but we only have what one Mark Wade, one of the Francis Manipoles. We're gonna
One
have one of the Joshua Williams.
the Rebirth flash, yeah. Which
Ooh,
New 52 is very good, depending on who you're reading. So good luck.
I don't know if I've read New 52 Flash. I own it, but I haven't read. My Flash was Rebirth Flash. I think I read up into like 4 Second War or 1 Second War or whatever that was, and then
I think it was 1 Second War.
it just, aka the length Jordan lasts in bed. Ayo, dunked on him. Just
Who did you dunk on? It wasn't me.
yeah. Jordan, our topic for today is what have we read this year?
Cool. I'm glad you brought that up because I almost kind of staged my stuff to the side.
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't. I like how I didn't even read these. I'm just flexing. I almost put the JLA Avengers in Dark Victory just to be a dick.
Okay. Do you want me to start? Because I have my first read of this year.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Read number one. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Number is that one? Right? I don't
Yep.
have that cover.
This is the first thing. Yeah, this is number one. This is the first thing that I read this year. I read it. I mean, I guess technically December 31st of 2023.
Oh, toss
then
it. It doesn't count. Toss it in the
and
bin.
then I finished it in 2024, like on this 5th or 6th, something like that. It is very good.
It is good, right?
I read the first trade of Ultimate Spider-Man before, and I remember liking it. Just I left off because I was reading other things, which I can't even remember at this point.
I didn't know you read Oh, I mean, you said the trade. You weren't reading because I didn't think you read comics that. I don't think you were
No,
collecting Spider. Yeah, way back then.
no, I was a kid when it was coming out, which
Wait, that sounds like Bunk's asking for the link just so he can flex his muscles and then dip off the stream. We'll do it, but the second you're done flexing the muscles, we're booting you off.
Bunk had his opportunity during your Bachelor stream when he was basically shirtless with that V-neck.
No, Tyler was the one. rocking the V-neck. Uh,
Um, Ultimate Spider-Man is very good, and I'm excited to read Volume 2, which I will get to. It's just sitting on the shelf waiting for me.
I don't think he's gonna do it, but just to be funny, I'm
Send
gonna
him the link.
send him the link.
Send him the link. Let's derail the stream 10 minutes in.
Oh shoot. Um, copy link and go to Discord because I realize I don't send it to him via email. Ultimate Spider-Man. So what did you know about it going in? Like what did you think it was going to be like going in? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who think they know of Ultimate Spider-Man. Like you probably had preconceived notions, but did it
Um,
surprise you? Was it what you expected?
the second half of the volume is very different than what I expected because I knew Ultimate Spider-Man was the inspiration for a lot of Spider-Man content that I had seen or watched before.
Mm-hmm.
Does Bunk have art from Ultimate Spider-Man? Maybe you could show it if you jump on
Yeah.
the stream.
Guys, if you just want to see Bunk flex on the stream, he can flex one muscle and one art print before we boot him off. Go ahead and give a flexing emoji. He can flex one art print and one muscle.
So I expected it to be very similar to the Sam Raimi movies, just because that was the inspiration for a majority of those movies.
Mm.
Besides that, I kind of pictured it to be similar to the '90s animated Spider-Man TV show, though that predates this book. But I feel like it hits some similar beats.
For me, the first thing that threw me for a loop was I haven't read a lot of Spider Man, obviously. Ultimate Spider Man is essentially the Spider Man that I've read. I wasn't used to the Green Goblin being an actual goblin monster. Is
Yeah.
that more normal or
No.
okay?
No, Green Goblin, I'm very used to being like a super soldier. Like he's trying to recreate the super soldier formula that was used with Captain
Yeah,
America, and he just fucking went crazy. And that's what I'm used to as well. So seeing him as a full fledged goblin was a little off
that's
putting.
true.
Yeah, I agree. New 52, I like a lot of New 52. I mean, I guess I also like it because that was the era that I started reading trades
Yeah.
primarily. So I mean, it could be a nostalgia thing, and I'm super biased to it, but I like New 52.
Oh, what up? We got Chris. What I read in January, I got through a good portion of JMS Spider Man. It was so good. Who would win in a fight, JMS Spider Man or Ultimate Spider Man?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't read JMS Spider Man. I am like you, Jake, where I've ingested a lot of Spider Man content that's either TV shows, animated, movies, games, but not comics.
I heard this hot take once, and I haven't read enough to say yes or no, but Spider Man is everybody's favorite character with the most mediocre comics. Or like, there's just so many mediocre runs or controversial runs. But honestly, like I don't, I just it's so daunting to collect. It's more daunting to X Men than me to collect. That's why like for me, Ultimate Spider Man seemed like a new 52 esque way to get into Spider Man, where I didn't need 60 years of continuity. So I have that. I have the Miles Morales stuff. I just got Spider Man Life Story, which I'm excited to dig into. But I kind of like to keep it a little. Oh, and Spider Man versus Venom is basically the Spider Man that I have. Oh, and Spectacular.
I mean, previously before this, I've read Spider Man Life Story, Spider Man Blue, and I think that's it. I think that's all the Spider Man comics I had actually read.
I would say Green Goblin is the closest thing to the Joker in Marvel. Ooh.
Is that a hot
I
take?
I thought it was, I mean, a lot of people are kind of sick over the symbiote stuff, but I liked the Absolute Carnage or like that stuff a little bit. Like I remember like I've never read it, but like the what storyline was it where the Green Goblin got the Carnage symbiote, right? That was one of the storylines.
Uh, Norman ends up getting what was it? Yeah, you're right. It was a Carnage symbiote that was an offset of it. They used that in Absolute Carnage, but it was
Yeah.
an issue before that. Which again, don't keep up with Spider-Man. I am reading technically the current Spider-Man, which
Did
is
you,
What?
You always hate it though, right? You're always talking negative things about it.
Um,
Why did you get that when you could have got the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 by Hickman? I feel like that's what everyone was.
so okay, Ultimate Spider-Man. I tried getting my local comic book shop does not have any more copies, but if there is a second printing, I will get the second printing. I already have them set to pull it for me.
Nice.
But my biggest issue with the current Spider-Man, and I don't think I'll have an issue with it anymore. I haven't read since issue number 25, I think, is where I left off.
This better not be
Uh,
any Paul slander.
no, no.
We don't accept Paul slander on the Brave
my
and the Boys.
my biggest issue was art style because I really don't like John Romita Jr. It always puts me off. I like old John Romita Jr. I've seen a lot of his art previously, but anything from like 2010 onwards, I just not a fan. It's not
Bunk still
for
flexing,
me.
but not on camera. He's too afraid to flex on camera.
We'll probably get demonetized from how attractive Bunk is flexing on camera.
I don't dare dip my toe into it, but there was a time when bunk memes were going off in the near mint condition Discord, but they one upped it. Now in the Omnidog Discord, it's gift thirst gift traps of bunk. Just like just I haven't seen any of them because I knew I would never recover. Like I might go to Heroes Con with him. We might share a hotel room. I can't look at the thirst traps till after I come home.
That's funny.
Um yeah, so are you going to segue into Ultimate Spider-Man 2 or are you going to take a Spider-Man break? Because
I'm on a, Mhm.
yeah. No, I was going to say I read #1 and I had #2 and I was waiting for #3 to come out because I always like to have at least one Omni ahead.
I'm taking a Spider-Man break. Uh, so after I read Spider-Man, and this jumps into the next thing that I read. After I read Spider-Man, I wanted to film a video on it. So I did. I didn't like how the video came out, and it was extremely short. And because of that, I ended up recording another video to fill in the gap, uh, just because I wanted to re-record the Spider-Man video. But the issue of that is that I got lazy and no longer wanted to do editing. And then I got sidetracked with YouTube videos, and I found a YouTube video on Berserk, and I was like, I haven't read Berserk in a couple months. I should pick it back up, and that's my next read of this year.
Look at you just jumping the gun. I don't even going to say one thing I've read. You naming off 16 things, YouTube videos.
Well, that's why I'm not grabbing the book yet to talk about it because I want you to bring up your next your #1, your first one of this year.
My first one of the year, like I don't know. It was just like it was good. It just wasn't noteworthy. The first book I read this year, I wanted to start off with a small book. That way, like I could snowball the momentum. You know, small snowball rolls down a hill. It gets bigger and bigger. So I read it while Jess was getting a dental surgery done. But I read Tom King's Killing Time, and I read it digitally because for some reason I never got it. And you would think Tom King Batman, like that would have been the first thing I would have done, but like it's like if Quentin Tarantino rolled the dice on what order the shots was going to be in. So it's like 16 different timelines, everything out of order, and like the one cool part is like they introduce a character. So basically, there's this MacGuffin that everybody's trying to get, and it's like Catwoman and the Riddler are on the run, and Batman's trying to go after them, and it's like all the different ways, but like the government gets in on it, like, but the Penguin has this like henchman. I think his name is like the Help or something, but he was like Ra's al Ghul's first protege, but he moved him to the side when he met Batman, and
Gotcha.
he's like old, so it's like his whole thing was like Batman throws a punch and he's like, oh, that's a Ducard punch. And he kicks his like, oh, I know a canary kick when I see one. I beat her mentor Ted Cord in an underground boxing ring. So and then like Catwoman goes and throws a scratch and he's like, oh, who is that? That's just pure savagery. No one taught her that. Like, so it's like his whole thing is that he's like the oldest mentor and like he was the mentor to everybody's mentor. And I feel like that was a cool character and I feel like we'll never see him again.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, and he's
Um,
blind, which made it cool. So like, how is he knowing all these punches and stuff?
so he
Yeah.
sticks.
Yeah. Basically, no. Yeah, he is. Or is Splinter? I was gonna say he's Splinter, but then I didn't realize I don't know. Not Splinter. I didn't know Splinter was blind. Splinter's blind too, right?
No,
Okay.
he's just a rat. Did Killing Time come out before or after Batman Catwoman? Because I feel like it was after, and I just did
I
not
think it
ever
came out
see.
before Batman, Catwoman, but I don't think it's in continuity or it's in that loose continuity where it could be, it couldn't be.
Gotcha. Because it's
Um,
part of his universe. I feel like it is.
I don't know. It's pretty standalone. I mean, there's no like he meets Catwoman and he doesn't go cat.
Bat.
Yeah. Um, but
So you
it was
breezed through that
good.
one.
Let's look at my Goodreads because I'm trying to do 50 books this year, which I think I'll hit no problem. Um,
Ooh, I tried doing that last year, the 52 books. I tried doing all literary books, and fell very short once I got stuck halfway through. Oh, fuck. One of
okay.
Brandon Sanderson's books. I just couldn't finish it.
Look, we don't take Paul slander and we don't talk about prose. Um, there you go. Bunk with the hot with the accurate take. I don't think Killing Time is in continuity. So technically, checkmate, Bunk. Now you bunked on. Um, and then I followed up with Madman Volume One. So I had always joked that Madman wasn't for me, that I wasn't gonna gain anything from it. And that was because I didn't want to buy 6 library editions on top of the one that I already had, you know? But after interviewing, what up, Joey?
What's up, Joey?
Give a little peace symbol. There we go. If only you streamed on your Mac, dude, you could do fun things like that.
I have my PC connected here.
Um, but yeah, Madman was great. So I gotta, assist Omnidog in interviewing All Red. And as soon as I was done, I was like, I wish I would have read a little bit of Madman before I had interviewed him. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start Madman, and I stayed up all night reading it.
Sick, dude. Those are the fun nights
It is,
where you get
and
really into a story and just you have to finish it.
I think what's happening to me is I'm learning to accept like one-off storylines or like those like storylines that finish in like 2 comics. I've used to have this addiction to overarching continuity and overarching plot, and I think I'm like being able to enjoy other kinds of stories. But Madman was great. The art is like 1950s pop style. It's like super sci-fi, and it's really fun. Like he uses like a slingshot, and like he feels remorseful about hurting people, and then he like asks really deep existential questions like, how do you know I'm alive? He's always going through like, it's almost like he's having like an LSD trip, but it was great. And then I hint spot the rest of the currently available ones. There's gonna be one more, and it hasn't come out yet.
To get into some of the comments really quickly because they piled up really quickly. I already tried reading Way of the Kings in December. I know exactly what you mean, Jordan. Hell yeah. Um, yo, what's up, New Spooey?
New Spooey, a digital archivist.
And
Do you
then
think
I hope they reprint the second omnibus. I'm sure they will. It's so popular. I mean, it was popular when it released. It was popular when it was in the deluxe editions. Um, I hope. I don't have any connections like Omar does, so there's no way for me to say. But with 4 coming out this year, I'm sure.
the thing with Marvel is they're way more cyclical, and I I don't think you should ever. I was the king of buying out of print books. I wouldn't do that much anymore or at all anymore. I got all my whales, but I bought an out of print Ultimate Spider-Man 1 and they brought it back. So, Vulcan, good question. So we get asked this a lot. So after the Sandman video and after the Watchmen video, we have a lot of comments where people say, "Do this with Invincible." Um I like Invincible, but it's a lot to collect in multiple formats. If the library editions were consistent and all out, that might have been a thing, but they took like 6 years off the library editions, and they don't look consistent. The ultimate, like the ultimate collections, the hardcover and omni size, which are great, but there's like 16 volumes. I don't have space for that. And the softcover compendiums, I had them, but I wanted hardcover. So the hardcover compendiums to me, 3 volumes. I know they're not oversized, but if you're okay with that, that is the best value at collecting them.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I would say if you really like Ryan Otley's art style, then 100% it's worth it to get the library editions, those giant oversized ones. I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan Otley's art style. It's not bad at all. It's just it's a little simplistic and not in the style that I like simplistic art. But I'm happy with my hardcover library, no, hardcover compendiums that I was able to collect last year, and they are very fun. I definitely recommend to pick up Invincible in any format that you can get it in, but it's worth it to me for the hardcovers.
Um, Again, I liked Killing Time. I just like, I feel like maybe I put King up on a pedestal. Maybe it was just a little too many different jumping back and forths to where like I don't know. And like I don't want to spoil anything, but who the ultimate villain was mid. Um, have you ever read Avengers Twilight or the new JMS Cap? So I have read very little Marvel. I'm not the Marvel person. Um, I am gonna do Ed Brubaker's Captain America's this year, but and I would love to get the Mark Waid one, but I have read very little Captain America. And I did stay up like a madman to read Madman, and you did it all for all red. I did it for me. Was it
This
all
was
red?
after all red.
And you no, you stayed up all
That was
night like a
good.
madman to read Madman. You did it all for Mike Allred. Was it all red? I did read it all. I did not read volumes 2 through 5 because I got them later that week.
Which going back to your discussion about Tom King killing time and how it was okay. You read another Tom King book this year, right?
Oh, God, that's why can't I talk about the books that I really liked? But yes. Okay, first off, let's do this one. Death of Spider-Man comes out this month. Are you gonna go Death of Spider-Man, or are you gonna go Ultimate Spider-Man 4, or are you gonna get both?
I'm probably gonna go Ultimate Spider-Man 4.
Really?
Probably. And it has to do with preference of spine. I don't want to go 1, 2, 3 Death of Spider-Man. I'd rather go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
But
That
yeah,
cover though of him walking with Ben
I know
into
it
the
looks.
light.
Yeah, I know. But I'll probably get 4. Maybe if you get Death of Spider-Man, I mean, we can do a comparison because they'll both collect Death of Spider-Man.
Spooey, you bring up a good point. I used to love the feeling of getting an out of print book at a reasonable price, but now I talk about the best feeling in the world is waiting and buying something that comes back into print. And with Hoopla or DC Unlimited or Marvel Unlimited, like you can get the stories usually. Usually. But can we keep the Berserk short like segment short? You're gonna get us demonetized just talking about it for 5 seconds, I feel like.
Okay, if we're gonna do the Berserk, I'm gonna grab them. They're right here on my side.
Grab them like there's multiple.
Bing.
Okay,
Okay,
hold on, hold on,
how much time are you giving me? Like 5 minutes?
hold on.
Because it's 2 books that I need to talk about. 3 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, so a little backstory. Berserk. Me and my girlfriend had a joke, ongoing joke, that I'm not allowed to collect them because they come wrapped, and if they come wrapped, it typically means they're bad. Um,
Did she see the
Josh,
Crashdown cover?
not yet. Josh made a compelling argument with my girlfriend in Discord, and I've been collecting Berserk. I currently have up to, I think, number 8, which I've read 1 through 4 previously. I dropped off on 5 for a little bit just because I needed a break because Berserk is dark, very dark. Um, 5 I finished earlier earlier this month, and I loved it. I mean, I thought I wasn't gonna enjoy it after Golden Age, and 4 I think wraps up Golden Age. 5 is the next arc, which I can't remember, which continues into 6. 6 somehow is a little bit lighter than 5, especially after the killing of the I can't say because we will 100% get demonetized. But it's been amazing. I love Berserk. It's slowly becoming my favorite anything very quickly. I'm trying to convince Jake to read or listen to like an abridged version of Berserk because I know he wouldn't enjoy how dark this gets, and that's where the joke of "it's not for you" comes from. But yeah, no. If you're okay with very, very heavy
I
dark
can't do it. You're
media,
done.
read it. It's great. I
Ty,
did it in 3 minutes.
I'm glad you enjoy it, man. It's just like, it's too much. It tries too hard.
No, it doesn't though, and that's the thing.
I have Death is Mine. I'm getting volume 4 for sure. I won't be picking up any new books until June with the Punisher Max reprint. I've never read a Punisher comic, but I'm down. New
Cool.
Spooey again with the great. Okay. Do you think we'll ever get an X-Men Pizza Hut comic omnibus? I feel like that's New Spooey's most wanted book.
One can only hope. I had I think it was Pizza Hut version of All Dogs Go to Heaven volume or part 2.
Yo, I heard that's super out of print.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about Miles and collecting the full intro story of where Miles came from. With Marvel, if it's out of print, they will reprint it. DC, it's 40 to 60% chance of getting a reprint, and if it's in a print, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, DC's weird like that.
Sub people just talk about Puck.
Puck, man, the OG. He was there before Guts even knew he was there.
Okay, I'm starting your timer again. I'm just
What do you mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get Superman Silver Age.
Are you gonna
That's-
get Superman Silver Age?
I am because I think it'll be funny.
More
Not
things
the
to give
book,
on- more things. to
but
give on-
me
on
reviewing
about.
Superman Silver Age will be funny. And Absolute Johns is the one I'm looking forward to. But like, come on, you're gonna tell me it wouldn't be funny to have me and Jess do a show where I'm a new reader reading Silver Age for the first time, and
Ooh, you should call it New Reader, Old Reader.
oh, what is that, Spooey? Oh my God, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I forgot I did update it. Buying 1 to 3 books, save $2 on organic price books with code Braveboys. Okay, so I'm trying something new for my next video. You know what I'm doing?
Mm.
If you're monetized on YouTube, you can add external links as info cards in your video. And at the end of my video, a logo for organic price books is going on screen, and they can click on it, and we'll get credit for the sale.
Sick. That's awesome.
And then buying 4 more books, save 5% with code Braveboyssit.
How far back am I on the comments that I can't even see that?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Hold on.
The
You skipped
original
the-
solicit. Yeah, we'll go back. The original solicit of this was wrong. There is not going to be Last Sun because that wasn't done. Okay, so we'll go back to here. Superman anytime soon. We're not going back to the Puck comment. The only out of print stuff I really desire are the Usagi hardcovers from Dark Horse, but after the first 2 hardcover volumes, I pre-ordered both. Got canceled. I got the soft covers.
Fair. Jake has a bunch of the.
I have all the ones that have been re-released. I have the hardcover, one of the hardcovers, number 1, but they're not even oversized. It's the same trim size, and it's like you're looking at thousands versus $20 a book.
That sounds worth it to me. Love Berserk so far. I read up to volume 6 and can't wait to read the rest. I'm right there with you.
Every time we talk about Berserk, you have a minute and 28
I
seconds. The
already
timer's
stopped
going
talking
down.
about it. Move to the next comment.
I probably should have got them through organic price books. I hear you can save when ordering with the Brave Boys.
Hell yeah, you can.
Me and Jordan bought a fat haul of books from OPB this week. Basically, a couple, I think it was like last Friday, IST put up some new damages, and I went to snag one, and it was gone right away because, of course, it was. And I texted JP because I saw it in the Whatnot picture for like the next stream, and I was like, how much you sell it to me for? He's like, I don't know, man, whatever. And I was like, he was like, how about you just buy X amount of books for X amount of money? And I was like, I'm down. And then Jordan was like, I'm down. And he made them all fit, but then he realized that he needed to ship out the question volume 2 to me, and it wasn't going to fit in the box. So I go, just take out
Oh.
one of, I was like, take out one of Jordan's books and put the question volume 2 in, because we got to get that overview pumped out. And he goes, dang, you cold blooded. I'm like, I don't care. And I'm just kidding. We made it fit. What up, Kenneth? My Friday
Yo.
night is going well. I like the Superman shirt. You recently posted your Superman reading favorite books, and that was awesome to hear, man. Awesome to see. We do need more Superman collected editions. Why is it so
Hell yeah.
hard?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Does it not sell well?
It's definitely not as big as Batman. Superman used to be. Superman used to be the biggest comic, and then Batman outsold it. And ever since then, it's just like its second wind.
Puck, the bike messenger from Real World Season 3, the moral nemesis of comic book writer Judd Winnick. Don't
Yeah,
laugh like you got that reference.
it's funny
You're
to me.
you're fake.
You're fake.
Sure. You know what? To answer your question, send me Batman Silver Age and Volume 1, and for the next video I do on it won't mention OPB.
We'll say it was sponsored by you.
Yeah, by Always an Instigator, who I think is Psycho Cleveland. Are you Psycho Cleveland? You're Psycho Cleveland, right?
Always an instigator.
The original Usagi trade paperbacks were more digest sized. I have something like the first 31 before I moved into getting the Saga collections. Fantagraphics even resized them to make them smaller. 31 that's like a lot of books. Even though it's the same content, it just 31 trades feels more daunting than 9 compendiums.
That's it.
I don't know. Maybe I changed my mind. We both have Immortal Hulk on the way.
Woo!
The original book that I asked to buy was King in Black, and then I was like, you know what? I have Vid Omnibus by Cates. I'm never gonna read an out of continuity Omni, and I subbed it out for Immortal Hulk.
Dude, I've been looking forward to Immortal Hulk since it was coming out. I read the first volume. The first volume, very good. It's more horror based instead of like superhero based.
For as much as everyone talks about Burns' Man of Steel, I really didn't dig it. I liked the first 6 issues. Maybe Byrne was innovative for the time, but it doesn't hold up.
Mm.
It's crazy now, not Dixon crazy, but not great. I always thought it was regarded really highly, and then my Superman video came out, and someone was like, he took away everything that made Superman great. What he did to Supergirl was unforgivable. And then I guess I found out it was like semi-controversial. And it's just all before my time, so I have no dog in that race.
Superman Unchained. That is coming back into print this year, the deluxe. I'm probably gonna get it. I haven't read it, but it's written by Scott Snyder, and I'm a big fan of most of what Scott Snyder writes. So I'll look forward to that later.
I wish I was Psycho Cleveland, but I know nothing about cycling except for that Premium Rush movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Was that when he was like a bike delivery man? Joseph Gordon-Levitt's been in some weird movies. Do you guys like new X-Men? I want to jump into another X-Men. So, I bought the original 2 X-Men Omnis and Uncanny X-Men 1 through 5 and all the event Omnis, and then I sold them all because I needed to pay for a wedding.
I have little to no experience with X-Men. I didn't watch the show growing up as a kid. I didn't watch the movies until about like 3 years ago. I went back and watched almost every single one of them. I've always liked the concept of X-Men. I've always wanted to get into reading X-Men comics, but it always seemed so challenging to me on how to jump into them.
Just
And
buy
I had
Ultimate
a
X-Men right now. Get the Ultimates X-Men.
okay, so something that's in continuity that's still being printed.
It is
I,
you can get that book.
I
It's in print.
I had a great opportunity to jump in with Hickman's X-Men, and I skipped on it at the time because I was trying to not buy floppies, and I have now succumbed to that, and I have too many floppies on my pool list that you'll hear about tomorrow on was it Brave Boys Beyond video that comes out.
Which is linked in the channel below. Everybody go subscribe to our secondary channel, Brave Boys Beyond. when you want to go beyond the Brave Boys.
Actually, that would make more sense if we had other hosts that did Brave Boys Beyond. But it's me.
Can you guys ask us about DC books? I feel like we're losing all of our street cred because they're like, yeah, I don't know. We're DC guys. Look, this entire wall is DC, and those are Marvel.
Everything back there that you see on the shelf, that entire thing is filled with nothing but DC. Uh,
I didn't even know there was an Omni, there like an old Omni for his Doom Patrol stuff. I haven't read any of it. I don't know anything about it. Um, yeah. Okay, so guys, let me know in the comments down below. Dude, I lost money on that sale. I just wanted to sell it quickly. I think I did all 10 of those Omnis for like $600. So I lost money, I think. Um,
that's a sick
do you
price
guys like how do you guys like your event Omnis? Do you like them chronological, like Infinite Crisis, or just put them in a blender and shake them up like Kingdom Black sounds like it is?
I much prefer in ordered personally, but it's just me.
Yes, you did help me. You know what's funny? He said, "Are you cool with a remainder mark?" And I go, "Yeah." And then I googled, "What's a remainder mark?" Look, you can dot my book up and down as long as the spine's good. I don't care. What's a good jumping on point for Supergirl? It's not ongoing, but Woman of Tomorrow is a fantastic Supergirl story. You don't need any continuity. It's basically true grit in space. And always an instigator kills me, like I apparently did to you. Um, and for Flash, I think the Rebirth Flash is a really good jumping on point, and I really like the mythos that built up.
For Supergirl, it's kind of hard because there was a Supergirl series in the '90s, but it wasn't a full fledged series, but it was not actual Supergirl. It was Matrix. So if you do want to read, I mean, a story that has Supergirl in it or her first reappearance into the DC universe after was it Crisis on Infinite Earths, then you're gonna want to pick up Superman Batman, which they have either two
Mm,
Omnis or you can get the
two absolutes.
Absolutes. I don't know if they're still in print or not, but I think the Omnis are still easy to get. But yeah, that one has her resurgence into the current DC universe.
I think I'm excited to read those Superman Batman absolutes because I remember when those movies came out when I was younger, and like I feel like it'll be nostalgic.
Dude, Public Enemies, Superman Batman Public Enemies wasn't the shit for me.
Because there was Public Enemies and then there was the Supergirl one, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, I was a kid when I watched those. I don't remember.
I own a small amount of Marvel plus Marvel Star Wars collected editions, but most of my collected editions I own is DC. Okay, what are your top three DC Omnis? I want to hear everyone's top three DC Omnis. It's nice to see that Jordan is alive. We were pretty convinced Jake had parts of you deposited in various ponds across the city. I don't even know where my nearest pond is.
Neither do I. I think there's a pond in Benelli. I
That
don't know.
makes
I have no idea.
I don't I don't live near. I think there's ponds at Disneyland.
You,
I'll do.
your parents live near Benelli. They're like 10 minutes away.
I think Jess's parents, right?
Wow.
I would like the storyline where it lines up story wise. I agree. And do you want? So I was gonna buy the Burn Doom Patrol Omni for like $30 during an Amazon sale. I heard it was bad and skipped it. It went out of print the next week, and now it's super hard to find and expensive.
Oh man, I hate that. I've been there before.
I'm working my way backwards, and I've just hit the Bronze Age, and I'm reading Bronze Age DC, and I'm actually kind of liking it.
Um, Golden Age and me don't get along very well. It's fun to visit the Golden Age. Like if you read one, two issues, or essentially like the origins to a lot of the mainstay characters nowadays. But I don't have much interest in it. It's not for me, and I'm okay with that. I'm alright starting in the 1980s and working my way to where I'm at now.
This is the Loeb Flash one, right? The William Messner Loeb. Um, that's a little. We're so niche. We're niche on niche on niche. We're modern DC Omnis. Um, but I'll get it. Yeah, yeah. I've only been reading comics for a few years, and a lot of what I know is Rebirth, and 52. Um, I recommend Mark Waid Flash, and then Barry Allen's Return and Final Crisis, which sets up Flashpoint. Those are both fantastic. Flashpoint was my first comic, so but luckily I knew who Barry Allen was through the cartoons. Um, okay, Superman by Tomasi, fantastic. Batman by Morrison, and Justice League New 52. Those are your three favorite DC Omnis?
Superman by Tomasi is very good. Batman by Grant Morrison. I have my opinions on that book.
It has moments of greatness.
It does, but I might have to go back and reread it. I read it once and then stopped because it jumps into Final Crisis. And then I came back and reread it and I got it a little bit more. So maybe the third time's the charm for me. I'm definitely going to reread it when I go and binge all of Final Crisis, but I'll get there when I get there.
A good jumping on point for Supergirl for me is the second half of her pre-New 52 run by Sterling, Gates, Jeff Johns, and Greg Rucka, mostly during the new Krypton saga. When did she become a Red Lantern? I always thought that was kind of cool.
That's a great recommendation.
Or did they give her like a big axe at one point?
I don't remember.
Flashpoint, nice. I've read Flashpoint, but I haven't read the Omni. I own it, but I heard that a lot of the tie-ins were like up and down.
I haven't read the tie-ins. I've only read the main event itself. I'm hoping some of the tie-ins are good. I mean, I know I feel like a big part of it is Batman of that universe, Thomas Wayne. I don't think that's a spoiler, right? I mean, Flashpoint came out over 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think I think you're good. I think there's been enough Flashpoint stuff. He's returned. Peter David's Supergirl is really good. I don't own Batwoman. Jordan, you own Batwoman, right?
No, I have Batgirl. I have the Batgirl omnibus.
Okay, the art in Batwoman looks amazing with J.H. Williams III, one of my favorite artists.
I agree.
Some of the glue, I feel like Omnibuddy Mitch is good at fixing things. Ask Mitch.
When I heard, because I've looked this up because I need to do this for one of my books. Don't take my advice because I haven't tried it yet, but
you're gonna give it anyways.
Of course. There is certain glue used for books. You would purchase that, and then you would use like a popsicle stick or like an elongated stick, and you apply it gently, and then you rub it in, and then you close the book so that it attaches onto the spine. But that's how I've heard it. I haven't tried it, but I need to because one of my books is severely removed from the spine.
What book?
the best one in my collection, All-Star Batman and Robin: The Boy Wonder. It's almost fitting that's the one that's messed up.
Top 3 DC Omnis: Death and Return of Superman 2022 edition, Superman by Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason, and the Flash New 52 omnibus.
Top reads, man. Hell yeah.
My DC reading is light. Would go Gotham Central, fantastic. I gotta get Aquaman by Johns. I want to get the new Aquaman Andromeda, which was done by the guy who did Layla Starr, Ram V. I heard that's like an amazing DC book from last year that I missed out on.
Dude, Ram V's like, he's been everywhere the last 2 years.
Favorite 3 Green Arrow by Mike Grell. So that's kind of I've been reading the Question Volume 1 right now. I'm almost done with it. And my favorite parts, and I've read some of Green Arrow by Mike Grell. That's like such a dark, stark look at the world where it's like very real world and like everyone's corrupt, everything's shades of gray, and like, but I loved when the Question and Green Arrow teamed up. And then Batman by Snyder and Capullo, that's fantastic. That's very nostalgic for me. And Supergirl became a Red Lantern in the New 52.
There you go. There's your answer.
Mainly collect Marvel. I have 15 books of DC, and Marvel I have 100 books. Wow.
God damn. I'm catching up. I'm somewhere around there.
I've started getting into the Bronze Age. Learning about Neil Adams' art has been tremendous. Jordan prefers the new coloring, which I thought was a little...
Dude, I haven't even. That was one of the omnibuses I was considering on picking up when I was very new to comics. Was the Neil Adams Batman
And then
omnibus?
you didn't because you saw the video of Jess waterboarding it with a craft root beer.
No, I ended up not picking it up because I heard it's not in chronological order. It's just anything that Neil Adams wrote, which there are like filler issues that gapped it.
I've I the only Aquaman I've ever read was when he teams up with Jabberjaw, which I apparently misspoke one time and said Jabberwocky, which is like, and I got hate for that. But um, I want to get the green. Honestly, it's just like I feel like because it's such a cheap omnibus, like it's not expensive. I always think I'll get it down the road. You know,
Yeah.
when I read the tie-ins the first time, I was lost, but it became so good when I reread it, understood it. The Joker is brilliant. I'm assuming that's Grant Morrison Batman, maybe. No, I don't know. Read Flashpoint. The whole universe is incredibly well realized, and the reading order in the Omni is amazing. Okay, I'll read it this year, and I'll tell you my thoughts.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'll do it. But sometimes, like, I need a little bit of levity. Is there any lightness in it, or is it just a dark, dark world?
There has to be some lightness in the tie-ins.
Omnibuddy and Near Mint both have repair book videos. Yes, any video Near Mint does, Omnibuddy will follow in a couple months. I'm just kidding. Shouts out to Mitch. Mitch,
Why are you throwing shade? God damn.
Mitch just hit 2,000 followers today or subscribers today. Shouts out to him. Me and Omnibuddy like to tease each other. We poke the bear at each other.
Batwoman is a low-key supernatural horror book.
Way to rush me! I was gonna segue into a personal anecdote, and you just
let me hear your personal anecdote.
We did our first content strike from the Brave and the Boys, so
Great segue.
Yes, whenever I think of Omnibuddy's videos, I think of a lack of hope. So speaking of no hope, I gotta give we gotta go back to the Flashpoint universe where there's no hope. It's really dark. No, okay. So someone re-uploaded one of our shorts exactly and just changed the title. And I go to their thing. They have 30 subscribers, and all their videos was like animated Roblox girl farts and eats a cheese sandwich. And I'm like, who's watching these? And so I content strike him. And then he emails me and goes, "Hey, I didn't know I couldn't re-upload your video. Will you remove the strike?" So I text my Justice League of YouTube comic book creators, and everybody was like, "Let him burn." So I said no, and he said, "Okay, thank you."
Okay, are we caught up in comments for the moment?
No, we got 3. Batwoman is a low-key supernatural horror book. I mean, if you want to tell a person I do, you come first. Oh, okay. That is so J.H. Williams was the artist and then took it over, right? Like he took the writing over, I think.
I don't know. I haven't read Batwoman at all. I would love to. I believe it's currently out of print as of the moment.
If it's in print, you'll buy it, right? With the J.H. Williams art?
I want to. I want to pick it up. I think there's supposed to be a solicit for a reprint of it.
I think you can still get it. My Girl really grounded his series in the real world. So I've read The Long Bow Hunters and then a little bit past that, and Ollie is called Green Arrow only twice early on and never again. No superpowers in any of his issues, even when Hal Jordan appears. Have you read The Question where he teams up with The Question? Because I really liked their dichotomy about like their philosophies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the thing is it's like the world feels like it's without hope sometimes. So I like okay, so that's what I'm reading right now. I'll read like 10 issues of The Question or like 6 issues of The Question, and then I switch to 6 issues of Justice League International because it's such a different vibe and it's like my palate cleanser, you know?
You ready for my segue that I had prepped?
Yeah.
Speaking about Green Lantern. Hey!
didn't read those.
I read this one
Didn't they come in today?
yesterday. So I read volume 1. Okay, so sneak peek for an upcoming video that we're not going to say is the main idea for the video, but I read volume 1, Green Lantern Earth 1. It's very good. My only critique is the ending feels a little rushed, but wow, I didn't expect it to be that good. Green Lantern came out towards the tail end of Earth 1. Technically, Earth 1 is still in publication. The only issue is that these take around like 3 to 5 years for one volume to come out. I have all of Batman Earth 1, all of Superman Earth 1, and all of Wonder Woman Earth 1. So this is my first time collecting Green Lantern. There's only 2 volumes. I don't know if the story continues past this just because I haven't read number 2 yet. If it does, that means I probably have another like 3 years of waiting before a third one comes out.
Which one did you
But
read?
volume 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to start with volume 2 and then have it like a cool flashback. Like I
And
call
then
it
have
the Jake Lazarus method.
and then have a great prequel to read afterwards.
Um,
This is so cool. I mean, the whole point of Earth One is to take what a DC character is and flip them on their head, give them a different, either a backstory or a different process of events that have happened. I'm a big fan of Batman Earth One. I think it's better than Superman Earth One. This is probably my number 2 now. Probably goes Batman, Green Lantern, Superman, and then Wonder Woman.
so I think what was helping me with the question in JLI is that they kind of have like mini arcs or arcs. So I'd read like an arc and then I would take a break and I read an arc of JLI. So I read like I didn't just read one issue. And I don't normally do that, but honestly, it's just like I'm not the biggest fan of dark, gritty, real world comics and like the question is like there's like a someone tries to blow up a bus full of kids and like there's a nice moment where the question builds a snowman with the kids, the special needs children, and then these dirty cops kill the snowman. So it's like I need a little bit of levity, so I switched to Batman punching out Guy Gardner, and it's a nice switch. Are you gonna get Wonder Woman Earth 1?
I do. I mean, I already have it. I have all 3 volumes of Earth One. Um,
But
I
you
like.
don't. Was it you said you don't like female protagonists in your books?
I thought that was you. I like
How many
volume
Wonder Woman
1.
absolutes do you have?
I barely have any absolutes in general. Technically, one if you count New Frontier because she's on the spine. Uh, Wonder Woman Earth One. I like the first volume. I haven't read 3.
That was
Number
Grant
2.
Morrison, right?
Yeah, Grant Morrison wrote all 3. Number 2. I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking it. I stopped halfway through. I can't remember why I took a pause from the book, but I'm not really looking forward to jumping back into it. I don't know why.
It's not for you.
It might not be. It might not be for me. But I'm
Ooh,
gonna.
your
read
video
through
just
it
went live,
regardless.
Jordan.
What video?
Cambridge Audio CX N100.
Oh.
The streamer your CD player doesn't want you to know about.
Wow, that's funny.
I came up with that title. Do you like it?
That's a good title. Well, that channel does not benefit me besides just me being on camera.
That channel doing well
Benefits
means
the
we
company.
sell more, which means
Yeah,
it
builds-
benefits the company, which benefits your job, which means it does benefit you.
If you want to check me out on something that is not comic books, you can go check out Upscale Audio's YouTube channel, where you can catch me on the newest video talking about a new Cambridge streamer.
Jordan's
Which-
new nickname at work is Digital Tweak.
I can't believe they left that in. That was funny. But no.
My
it was
other
cool.
title for the video, Jordan, was Cambridge Audio CX N100. Maybe there's hope for the future after all.
Oh no, I see why they didn't go with that title, but that's a good one, though.
I have not read the question, but I do have the first Omni. I had to read it because I got selected to overview Volume 2, so I've been like hauling ass to get through Volume 1. I know Denny used to write the Green Lantern Green Arrow comics, so I would imagine there's some reference to it. So he teams up with Green Lantern. Like he goes from Hub City to Seattle, and he teams up with Green Lantern and Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and then later there was like another arc that had Batman, Green Arrow, and the Question team up. But I haven't seen any Green Lantern stuff referenced yet. And I didn't hear Green Arrow call anybody a jackbooted Nazi. So, or jackbooted fascist, jackbooted fascist.
DC has Earth 1 and Earth 2, Earth 3, etc. Do they have an Earth half where like half of the Earth vanishes? That's called Marvel. So
I think he was making a joke, and I
I
think
know. I got that, Jake. Think
laugh at
twice.
Spooey's joke. Francis was supposed to do Aquaman Earth 1. Oh, that's cool.
That would have been awesome to see.
He showed me some concept art at a con like 6 years ago while he was drawing in my Flash Omni. Sad it never came to fruition. Looked cool.
Yeah, that would have been really cool to see. I actually almost
Instead,
have.
we got a movie where Mara moves the pee into Aquaman's mouth.
I have almost everything from Earth 1. The only thing I'm missing currently are the two Teen Titans Earth 1 hardcovers. And then I will have everything and I will have a complete collection and I can die happy.
And then as you're dying and you're accepting it, they solicit Aquaman Earth 1 and you have to like try to
Oh.
fight to live, but it's like it's too late. You're too
And then
gone.
Batman Earth 1 Volume 4 is solicited for 2032.
Two DC books I want to get is Kingdom Come. Yes, you need the absolute of Kingdom Come, but if there's just a deluxe, you can be happy with that too. And Tower of Babel is fantastic.
Dude, Kingdom Come, or between the two, Kingdom Come, I think is definitely the better. I love that book. It was one of the first absolutes that I ever picked up. It's worth every penny.
You know what's crazy? I love Kingdom Come and it made my list of top 10 Superman stories, but I think it's not my favorite Alex Ross absolute anymore.
what? What? Oh, I know what it is.
What?
It's superhero. Superheroes. What did they call it? It's
Justice League World's Greatest Superheroes,
there.
which
You
is
go.
getting reprinted.
There you go.
Which I forgot. I should have included in my honorable mentions the Superman story from that, where he feeds the nations. Wait, Jordan isn't. We have another channel.
Okay, so that's a great way to bring up the topic. So there are two uh, boys channels. I guess we can abbreviate it that
Men.
way. But yeah. So you have the Brave and the Boys, which is what we're on here, and this is technically the main channel. You can watch a bunch of our videos here. You'll see me here. You'll see primarily Jake on here because I do a lot of the camera recording. Um, there is the secondary channel, which is called Brave Boys Beyond, which feel free to go and subscribe if you want to check it out. As of the moment, there are two videos uploaded with a third coming out tomorrow. Brave Boys Beyond, the entire concept of it is that we get to talk about content that doesn't do well on the Brave and the Boys. So if we want to go more in depth, we want to talk about things that we're reading, recommendations as far as like spoiler. Tomorrow I'm going to recommend some Batman floppies to go check out at your local comic book shop. Um, go check it out. It's really cool. It gets a little bit more in depth into stories themselves, and I'm waiting for Jake to make his first video to go on Brave Boys Beyond. Right, Jake?
Yeah, I would probably do I was thinking of like doing a video of like my favorite animated DC movies or something that's like not just that's in the comic nerd realm, but that YouTube would not do well. Or like ranking the Snyderverse, things like that. And you can talk about you should do an all 24-hour long Berserk live stream.
Dude, okay. So what got me back into Berserk? Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the YouTube channel. There's like a 21-hour long. That's fine. There's a 21-hour long YouTube video out there that goes over all of Berserk, and I went, I should refresh on Berserk if I'm gonna jump back into it. And he does a great job at going over the details of the story. Jake, you can pause me now. I'm gonna look up his name. You can start it then because I want to shout him out because
No,
that
your
guy
time's
is
coming down. You got a
awesome.
minute and 4 seconds to find it. Spooey, I think you're hilarious. I got close. I was gonna buy Omnidog's copy for super cheap, and then I didn't. Labruski bought it, and I think he's happy with it. I did get Absolute Black Mirror. If you're looking for a fun video, one of my favorite videos that I did that didn't do as well as I think it should have. Maybe it was the title, maybe it was the topic, but I caught all my absolute whales, and you're gonna see me talk about like my journey over the year to get my biggest absolute whales, and I think that's a really fun video.
um,
Um,
okay, I pulled up the channel's name that does the Berserk video. I can't actually say it on live stream. It's a very inappropriate name for a channel, but if you want to check it out, it's called Berserk Saga Full Cut. I will not say the name.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Brave Boys Beyond isn't like Batman Beyond, where we're where you're both old and some young whippersnapper wears a robotic version of your clothes and talks about books in a future filled with flying cars. Honestly, Brave Boys Beyond is so. Oh fuck! Is the word crash? What's the word? What's the word that they say? For cool in the future
Shui,
and yeah, Brave Boys
it's
Beyond is so shui.
dude. I tried making Shui a thing, and one of my friends was like, "You'll never make it a thing."
Hey, it's okay. That Shui didn't make it, and it's okay that my whales video didn't. And I don't know, but for me, I think that was my most raw and honest video.
That's fair. I
Hey
like your
guys,
whales video.
does Jordan's voice have an echo? My
It
wife
might
just
be.
said, I can't tell if it's just me or if Jordan's voice has a slight echo.
I think. Yeah, I could hear an echo coming through. Is it your side or my side? Is the question.
I don't hear an echo at all.
Ooh. Oh, you thumbs up.
Um, what else I read? I read both Parker Martini editions and absolutely loved them. Thought they were fantastic. I knew nothing about the Parker character. I didn't know Parker used to be a series of novels and that there was live action movies. But gosh, Darwin Cook went off on those books. The different art styles, the muted color palette, everything on Parker was phenomenal. It made me really want to read more heist stuff and more Darwin Cook stuff. So I bought Batman Ego and Other Tales because that had Selena's big score. Jordan has an echo. It's
I
weird how
do.
I can't hear it.
Check if. Okay. Yeah, no, I can still hear it. I can hear it reverbing back in my headphones slightly, and I don't know what it's coming from. So I'm going to mess with settings.
You guys gotta let us know. Roast us if there's a slight echo.
So I cranked up my audio, but now I can't hear anything because my eardrums are bleeding. Hey, same.
First, she didn't laugh, and now you're bleeding his eardrums.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go back to my Goodreads. What else did I read this year?
Yeah, talk about that while I figure out my echo situation.
Your echo is super low, like super, super low.
Okay.
Oh, I read Planetary. I won't get too deep into it. Is anybody in the comments doing the Brave and the Boys Discord book club that we're doing for Planetary?
Cool.
Because
So
I won't say my thoughts on it, but I absolutely loved it. But I want to save that for the book club.
yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna bring that up as a segue to talk about our Discord. We are doing a book club, which is gonna be on Planetary's our first book. If you're in our Discord, then you've seen the messages. If not, if you've read the book before, I think we're gonna do it on Sunday. Jake, did we ever decide if we're doing a live stream or if we're doing the
Hold
Discord
on, hold on,
stream?
hold on, hold on. Omnidog's Discord only exists because of me. I made a Discord. I invited him to the Discord, and then Psycho Cleveland started an Omnidog Discord after I announced mine. So let that be known. I was after Near Mint. I was after OPB, but I wasn't like I yeah I Mine was first. She has a ticket, but for money reasons, it might just be me.
That's funny.
I also think she doesn't want to go.
Are we going to WonderCon?
Yeah, yo, are you gonna go to WonderCon? Because we're gonna go to WonderCon. Asking Renee's Venom because we went to WonderCon. We met up at WonderCon last year. He said, "Do you want to go see Daniel Warren Johnson?" And I said, "I don't know who that is. I'm gonna go to Disneyland." And then we went to Disneyland, and I didn't have reservations that day. And link is in the description down below in the video description title. Spooey, it's okay. You were just honest with us in that moment.
Okay. Oh, I could hear myself. That sounds weird.
Maybe the real joke was the friends we made along the way. Planetary. Oh, I got a Discord message. Who messaged me on Discord?
Here.
Oh, maybe that's Fifth of Jack joining. Bunk saying new phone. Who dis at 6:13? Oh, that was an hour ago. A Fifth of Jack joined.
Echo.
Why are you saying echo?
Because it's me saying something. Oh, I cannot talk like that.
It's weird how it sounds normal to me, but to everybody else.
Well, it's because it's delayed. If it was in real time, then I wouldn't have an issue with it, but the delay throws me way off.
Should we just call it if we're having technical difficulties? Guys, should we power through the echo or...
I mean, I don't know if I have an echo anymore. I could hear you. Oh, yeah, I do. I barely hear it, though. It is minuscule.
I barely hear it, though. It's minuscule. I barely hear it, though. It's minuscule. I barely hear it's minuscule.
The worst joke of the night.
At least my joke was said correctly, unlike new Spooey messing it up 4 times.
Christ.
Whatever he just did made the echo 10 times worse.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding. She said he's good.
Cool.
Oh, it is. It's late for y'all. With the Brave and the Boys Discord. There we go.
What's up, James?
James, just for fun, see if you can link the upscale audio video that stars Jordan tonight.
It's the first video that I've ever been on that channel, which was cool.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you have such a fun, engaging presence on that video. Where was that?
What do you mean?
On our videos.
I always had a fun, engaging presence on every video I've recorded, except for the very first one that I did.
If I released the unreleased Wonder Woman Dead Earth video where you're like angry at everything.
Okay. So I've gotten okay. I have high standards for myself, and when I don't reach, oh fuck, James pulled it up.
Boom.
Okay. I have high standards for myself, even though I don't know why I do. So when I don't hit those standards, I get frustrated and I like negatively talk to myself. I've gotten significantly better at it now, and I'm a lot more comfortable on camera. And I think that's why, like, I had better energy on that channel as well as on some of the Brave Boys Beyond videos.
I just remember the first time I edited one of your videos for you, I was like, oh my god, it gets. I was like, I should call Jordan to make sure he's okay, because like, you'll be like doing like it's really good, but then you're like, that was the worst. It was like such negative self talk, and I'm like, oh my god, is he okay?
I need positive affirmations, Jake.
Yeah.
No, I've gotten significantly better at it now, and there are a couple times where I catch myself and I mess up and I laugh because I think it's funny at this point. I'm not holding myself up to the high standards because if I fuck up, I fuck up. Whatever.
And we're demonetized.
Hey,
You don't want me to make a hobby out of this. But if you want to help make this a hobby out of monetary hobby, buy 1 to 3 books, save $2 on OPB. I just won the Wonder Woman Golden Age Omnibus on eBay. Heck yeah.
Dude. That's awesome.
But do you have the Wonder Woman Omni where she's not Wonder Woman, she's like a fashion designer?
Isn't that Silver Age? I think it's the Silver Age that happens. Jake, you didn't finish our read.
On which one? Oh, on what we've read? I can't talk about Planetary. I read all of Planetary.
I'm. That was funny. I'm about
Ooh.
halfway.
So I've read. So would it be the one Superman Batman Omni or all three Flash Omnis? Or would it be Superman 1 and 2 and the Flash by John's Omnis, all three of them? Because I feel like that matters.
Just make sure you salt and pepper those bad words. I try.
Okay. Are those your only two options? What character? Who do you like? What do you like? What do you like? What do you like? What?
Yeah. What? Give us like who do you want to read, and possibly what era, because that would help narrow stuff down. But just who do you want to read, and we can give you a recommendation.
It's Diana Prince, Wonder Woman celebrating the '60s omnibus. That was Ollie's Find maybe 2 years ago. Ooh, Bunk. You'll see in my I'm also dropping a video tomorrow. We're also dropping a video tomorrow on the Brave Boys classic, the golden age Brave Boys, if you will.
Golden age.
See, we're like see, Brave Boys Beyond is like an image in the 90s when like everything was too like dark and pouches. Brave Boys Beyond has too many leather pouches everywhere.
Dude, I now need pants that have leather pouches.
Let's clip that. Where's it going with this? Oh yeah, I got some Ollie's finds. I bought Rorschach. We both got the Watchmen Collector's Edition, and I got Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang Volume 1.
Nice. Those are great Ollie's like finds, which I believe we got them from Bunk.
Bunk, where you at? Come
Was
flex
a
on
Bunk
camera
that
for
found
us.
them for us?
Yeah. So it was a wild Bunk. Just think that Wonder Woman 60s Omnibus was the same writer as The Question. I love Superman so far, but I'm trying to get a writer reach in the DC universe. Loving the Rebirth era, and Tomasi is my favorite writer so far.
Okay.
Okay. Well, do you? Oh wait. Did he say his three favorites earlier? So that we can go on. Because Tomasi, there's so many good ones. There's Batman and Robin. There's Superman by Tomasi.
Top 3 I've read so far, new to reading, starting collecting in summer. He said Superman by Tomasi, Batman by Morrison, and Justice League New 52.
Okay. So if you want some recommendations for good DC books, this is what I know. If you like the Bat Family, Rise and Fall of the Batman by Tinian is fantastic. We don't have a lot of Superman omnis that are still in print. There's like you can get a couple Superman deluxes. So my recent top 10 Superman video has a ton of things, but I really liked For All Seasons. That's currently in print. You can get that for like $50 right now. Absolute For All Seasons. The New Frontier Deluxe. New Frontier Deluxe is 100% one you should pick up.
If you liked, what was the one?
We like Superman.
Justice League.
Justice League,
Justice League New 52, check out Batman's New 52 run, which is Scott Snyder with art by Greg Capullo. There are 2 omnis for that one. What's cool is at the very end of the second omnibus, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo got the opportunity to write an ending for their Batman. So a majority of it is technically in continuity, but yeah, you actually get a true ending for Batman, which the ending's kind of cool. It's a little obvious who's the main villain, but yeah, check that out. That's a very good run.
But you can't go wrong with Superman Batman. That's like classic quintessential. I love the opening to it where it's like it intercuts their origin side by side. The Flash Omnis I haven't read yet. I own them, so I don't know how Volume 1 is on its own. I think if you if you get volume 1 of Superman Batman, that's supposed to be the better stuff. I heard volume 2 isn't as good. So, if you were asking me, should I get the 3 Flash Omnis or both Batman and Superman, it'd be get the 3 Flash Omnis because I think overall that's the better quintessential thing. But if you're just going to get one, I think Batman and Superman might be a more satisfying read just because I don't know how Flash ends. I don't know if it's a cliffhanger. I don't know if it's good on its own. Maybe someone can say that in the comments down below. But Rise and Fall of the Batman New 52, and yeah, those are some good recommendations.
One more, and it's just so that you get more exposure into the DC universe. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh, that's such a boring read.
Okay, so here's the thing: everybody that loves DC has to read Crisis on Infinite Earths at some point because it rebooted the entire universe, setting the Golden Age, Silver Age, and Bronze Age in the past, and or
Wasn't
creating
Bronze
a
Age
new.
after?
No,
Or was
it
Bronze
was
Age
the
before?
it was before because Crisis
That
on
game into the
Infinite Earths
modern age?
is the beginning of the modern age. So it's the cutoff point. So if you want to read modern DC and the main source point for where all the characters are currently coming from, you have to read that. It gives you a lot more context. You learn about a whole bunch of new characters that you've never heard about, and then from there you could stem into the crises events, and that will introduce you to everyone in the DC universe.
I mean, I'm gonna just throw out like classic quintessential things. Vulcan, have you read Watchmen?
Ooh, first thing he picked up. That's awesome. So if you've read Crisis on Infinite Earths, you can jump straight into Infinite Crisis
But I
because it
feel
is a
like Infinite
direct
Crisis
follow
is
up.
better when you've read more DC and you know the characters, you know?
You really need to read Zero Hour. Oh, I look forward to that. That gets reprinted this year.
Dude, it gets reprinted in like a couple weeks.
Is it a couple weeks already?
You better
Damn.
start reading it, dude. That is all you, bro. I'm not doing that overview. That's you.
My first video back on the Brave and the Boys, and it's 0 hour review.
So Watchmen is like, even if you don't like DC, Watchmen is you got to read it. But my
Gotta go get on my
favorite
Watchmen.
DC story, and it's in print as a deluxe edition, is New Frontier Deluxe Edition. New Frontier was written and drawn by Darwin Cook, and it's a love letter to the Silver Age DC universe. But you get to see like the amazing origins to all the DC characters. It's just such a love letter to everything that makes DC good. It's my most read absolute. I read it every year. But the deluxe edition of New Frontier is like so high up on my list of books. And what's cool about that is reading that you get to see all of the DC characters. It's not just Superman or Batman. So you might say, "Hey, you know what? I like this Martian Manhunter. Let me explore him." Or I like Wonder Woman, or I like Green Lantern. You know, like it kind of has a smorgasbord, little appetizers of many DC characters, and then you can go further out after that. You know,
Dude, Martian Manhunter is my favorite in New Frontier. He's so cool. Maybe required reading to really appreciate Animal Man by Grant Morrison. That's
that's
very
another
true.
good Omni. I mean, I really like. I grabbed the Absolute New Frontier, waiting for the right time to read it. Oh, but you've read New Frontier though, right, Spooey? Um, so
Okay.
so All Star Superman was awesome. You might like For All Seasons. I would really watch our most recent video, which is the top 10 DC, the top 10 Superman books. So on that list, Up in the Sky is really good, but I think that might not be in print right now. But Birthright, Secret Origins, Space Age, there's so many good Superman stories.
That's yeah. That's fair.
And yes, Injustice.
Dude, Injustice is so good. I've read the what's the first omnibus of Injustice. I don't own it. I read it off of Jake's
Injustice
DC.
Volume 1.
Yeah, I read it off of DC Universe. It's amazing. I've read part of Volume 2 of what's collected in Volume 2. Um, it's it's not as good. as the first one, but Injustice was one of those books that I could not put down. I would read it at every moment that I could. I could.
What are you doing, man? That's like my favorite DC story. It's so good.
It really is. I should probably reread New Frontier this year. It's been like 2 years.
Um, it's really good, and I can't speak more highly of it. Um, Vulcan, do you know anything about Watchmen? Like, do you know what it's about or kind of what its deal is?
Should I go grab all my editions of Watchmen? It's blasphemous that I own that many. I'm gonna get haunted by Alan Moore at some point. There's Jake texting.
Our owner texted me.
Oh, Kevin texted you?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I was supposed to call you today at work.
Really? Why?
They wanted me to ask you how to write up a certain report.
What kind of report?
Top sales over 8K.
Okay, that's super fair. Um, Green Lantern by Johns is phenomenal. That's an amazing one. I haven't.
Ooh, I wanted to get Marvels when it was in that oversized print. I can't. What did they call it? It had a name and it was ginormous. It was, I think, around the same size as the Artifact edition of Watchmen. Hey, what's up, Joel? One of the best Superman stories to read is World War Saga. I've read the introduction into it, and I need to go back to read it. I was reading it digitally for a little bit. So Joel, I think you kind of sold me on it. I should go back and reread that sometime this year. Like Jake.
I
Yes.
don't even know how to respond to this text.
Good luck. So is Jordan saying that he has tons of different versions of Watchmen, like Jake has a Sandman? Yes, actually. So we have a channel. We have a video on the Brave and the Boys going over the different versions of Watchmen. I picked up two versions for that video. So I currently have the Artifact Edition, the annotated, Watchmen Noir, and then Jake just got me the 12 issue box set of Watchmen, which is pretty cool. The Oh, and I have the deluxe edition. The only ones that I don't have are trade paperback, absolute, or hardcover, because the hardcovers have been out of print since like 2008. But yeah, I don't intend to have every version of Watchmen to ever come out,
Buy the
but
graffiti edition. Buy
the
the
graffiti,
absolute.
yes, the graffiti edition looks so cool. It comes leather bound with a leather bound slipcase for it. Newsbury said, "I see how this game is played, Jake." And then Vulcan, I would pull your comments up on screen, but I do not have access to it because I'm not logged in. So
Okay. About Rise and Fall of the Batman. So basically, Tinian was gifted the ability to play with any Bat family character he wanted and do anything he wants to do. So basically, it's Batwoman and Tim Drake, Clayface, Orphan, Spoiler, and it's like basically all the side Batman characters teaming up and learning how to be a team. Um, it's one of my favorite things like written. It's my favorite Bat family story. You get amazing moments, and it's a whole story from beginning to end that's just fantastic.
there are actually two giant. I already answered all of those.
I have 3 formats of Watchmen. That's enough, right?
That's more than enough.
I also I have more Watchmen universe books than Jordan.
He does. He has the Before Watchmen omnibus that I would like to get.
And Rorschach.
But yeah, you could have Rorschach. I
And
read the first issue.
Pax Americana.
Do you have that?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You
I
have it
didn't know
too.
that. Do I?
You have it.
What do I have it in?
Multiversity.
Oh, I do.
I have
Huh.
2 formats of Doomsday Clock.
I don't have Doomsday Clock. Oh no, I do. I have Doomsday Clock. I have it in the slipcase 2 hardcover edition. But yeah, the Absolute, which looks nice. Yes, new Spooey. I was thinking the monster size. That's what I was thinking. My local comic book shop had it for quite some time, and I don't think they have it anymore. But yeah, it
My,
looked awesome.
one of my locals has okay, so I think there's like a 50% or like 55% double dip if you have Absolute in the Dini Omnibus. But there is some Batman there that's not collected anywhere else. So if you do want all of Batman oversize, um oh dude, thank you so much for the kind words, man. In
Hey,
reality, no, I don't think it is. I heard the stuff that it's collected isn't supposed to be very or particularly good. Um,
what I would probably suggest is if you have the Paul Dini omnibus, wait until they reprint Hush Deluxe. So they did it for the 15th
but he
anniversary.
has the absolute of Hush.
Oh, if he already has, oh yeah, I see that. I already have the absolute. Then no, you're good.
But there's still like 30 or 40% that would be uncollected, and if you want it all,
Yeah, which I have the Paul Dini and the Hush omnibus. I'm not financially wise, obviously.
I mean, it's wiser than me. I have the Hush Absolute, the Hush Omni, and the Paul Dini Omni.
Yeah, but I also have 5 editions of Watchmen now.
But you won't buy the Absolute. Why are you holding out on the Absolute?
Because I don't need it at this point. I have way
Bro,
too
it's the
much
definitive
Watchmen.
edition. You don't have the edition.
I heard the graffiti edition is the edition. Original colors, best paper stock, leather bound.
Honestly, he was proud of me the other night though because he was on that whatnot stream where that guy was selling absolutes and omnis, not knowing anything about them, and uh, like I asked the guy, I was like, "Hey, is the spine good on the Yellow Lantern Sinestro
The
Corps?"
eye.
Yeah, and he goes like, "Brother, I don't know what an eye is." Um, but I promised my wife I wouldn't go over a certain price on the Blackest Night, and I dipped out.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Because whatnots are addictive because you're bidding live.
Does anyone do like the auction thing? Do I hear $1, $1, $1, $2, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6?
I was
They
gonna
need
see
to
how
do
many
that.
numbers you went up on that.
Dude, that's why I only did $1. I didn't want to jump up to the tens or hundreds.
When is
But
this gonna be the year I finally read Hellboy?
do it. Let's talk about Hellboy. Gotta feed my
Oh,
cat Grayson.
my
Ooh.
Grayson got chubby.
Yeah, he's still cute though.
Whatnot is dangerous. That's why I limit myself to OPB whatnot auctions.
Smart.
Okay, so I won't say the price that I got them for, but these are the books I got in my OPB grab bag. So I got Immortal Hulk Omni, 100 Bullets Volume 1,
Great read.
Volumes 1 and 2 of the Turtles compendiums. Was that it? Oh, the Miles by Saled Omni and the Question Volume 2.
I can't even remember what I got. I know
Jordan
I
got
got
Immortal Hulk,
Immortal Hulk,
Mark
Justice
Wade,
League Dark,
Just League Dark,
Mark Wade, Daredevil
Volume
Volume 1,
1, Turtles Volume 2,
Turtles Volume 2. I need to buy Volume 1 still.
and Maestro.
Fuck off with Maestro. I'm not a I'm not a Maestro person. I barely have any Hulk literature. I've only read Planet Hulk. I'm gonna read Immortal Hulk this year. I don't have enough Hulk in me to be a Maestro fan. Dude, $60 for monster size Hellboy? That's a steal. Like I get it, it's beat up, but like those books typically get beat up because of how big they are. It's
Hey, Vulcan
hard for
joined
them
the
to stay
Discord.
sick. It's hard for them to stay pristine. Like even my Big Damn Sin City, which is the same like dimension size. It
No, no. Oh, Big Damn Sin City. I think Monsters of Hellboy, isn't it bigger?
the amount of content that it collects is bigger,
Hmm.
but the physical size is the same thing. Um, yeah, it's hard for those to stay pristine. It's just the dimensions of it is just way too big. But good luck reading it. It was a struggle for me to read Big Damn Sin City, and I can't imagine something even chunkier than that.
Yeah, dude. That it was funny because like me and Jordan had the picture and we were like zooming in and trying to see all the books that they had to see what we were gonna buy.
Yeah, we were
Um,
trying.
dude, the whatnot streams are like insane. I got the deluxe Incal for like $20 one time.
Oh yeah, you did. Which thank you. That was my Christmas gift from Jake this year. I got the Incal.
Hey, I recently heard a hack from Near Mint Condition about buying expensive books on Amazon, how to get them safer.
How?
You order it with toilet paper.
Uh okay, that's funny. Yeah, it was $100 MSRP. It was a Christmas gift when I was a teenager. I think they, it was a Christmas gift. I think it was either my parents or my grandmother. Probably my parents. I think it was like $60 when they bought it for me, which was nice. Scariest thing you're persevering about in 2024? The H
Bunk's
that I'll turn this
biceps.
year. Are you trying to persevere those biceps? Oh, right, the thirst traps.
I don't even know what perseverating means.
I read persevering.
Perseverating? Is that even a word?
Perse-
Bunk,
it, it,
can you
it
get
corrected me to
Jordan? Can you
persevering.
get Jordan to get? Can you get Jordan to get Brian Azzarello Wonder Woman so that we can all do a Wonder Woman show next month?
I want the omnibus. It's just, dude, I've spent way too much money on omnis this month.
What have you bought?
The 5 from JP. I bought Green Lantern, which was like $50 on eBay. What else did I buy? I feel like I bought more. I don't
Green
know, probably
Green
something else.
Green Lantern Earth 1.
That's what I said. Green Lantern from
Oh.
eBay. I got those from eBay because Volume 2 is way out of print.
I bought a absolute Green Arrow by Kevin Smith off of Macari for $20, and like 5 weeks later, I realized it never shipped, and I got my money back.
I clicked perseverating. Bunk, Google says no. It says I mean persevering. Persevate. Repeat or prolong an action, thought, or utterance after the stimulus that prompted it has ceased. I don't know. What's your mantra?
Jordan doesn't make 29 an hour.
Not yet.
Oh. What? But where's he gonna find Volume 1 for $29? We don't live near an Ollie's. How about that? If I volunteer Bunk to go check his Ollie's for Volume 1, would you get it?
Volume 1 of what?
Wonder Woman.
There's only one volume.
No, the Absolute.
Oh, the yeah. I'm sorry, I'm reading his comment now. The Absolute's so much better than the Omnibus. Fuck. How much is Volume 2? It's like what? $80? $70? Around there? Because to buy the Omnibus is, I think, 100 now because it got reprinted. Education words. Spooey. Okay, that one got me. That was a good one. That's what was his name? I'm blanking out on the comedian's name. That was a joke that he had. That was educated. I'm looking up volume 2 right now.
I'm still trying to figure out if perseverating is a word.
I read what it was. It's like a mantra that you say to yourself that gives you stimulus. Wonder Woman Absolute Volume 2.
My wife sent me a nice message about how she's watching the live stream because it feels like we're hanging out. But we all know the real reason she's watching the live stream.
I don't.
So I can't buy anything.
Ah. Jess, they're trying to bully me into buying something. So Amazon has a copy of it for $69.
The Omni?
The Absolute Volume 2.
There's a guy on eBay selling it for way cheaper if they still have any copies left. Bunk sent it to me.
eBay.
Wait, hold on. Can someone answer? There's a deluxe edition of Wonder Woman called what's the deluxe edition?
I don't know.
I have them, but now I'm not gonna be able to match it up with the Fourth World Omni coming out soon.
The real question is Fourth World by Jack Kirby Absolutes. G-Chasm.
I do.
Ooh. Okay, so it would be about 55 with shipping before taxes. That's not bad, actually.
Okay. So there's got it. Wonder Woman Blood and Guts, the deluxe edition. I almost bought, but I own that. That's it. That's the absolute, right?
Yeah, that's Blood is Volume 1, Guts is Volume 2.
Yeah, Blood and Guts, the deluxe edition, right? So I don't need that, right? I have it in the absolute.
I'll show you. Let me grab it real quick.
The book you don't own? Jess hasn't even started doing the laundry yet. And you can't watch Traders if you're not doing the laundry. Traders is the laundry show.
Okay. So these are the trade paperbacks.
Oh, are those trade paperbacks?
Stop being an elitist. Okay.
Are they deluxe at least in terms of size?
They're trade paperbacks.
Oh, they're so thin.
That's what I was showing. So, Volume 1 is called Blood. Volume 2 is called Guts. So the deluxe has these two in it, which...
Hold on. Let me get my absolute so we can get to the bottom of this. And before you're scared, the absolute's going to be much bigger, hardcover, oversized Cliff Chang art.
That's intimidating. What was I missing about Traders? Trader Joe's? I love Trader Joe's. They have great products there.
Bunk, can you actually hop on the live stream and we'll just flex our absolute Wonder Womans in Jordan's face? So that, yeah.
But this is everything that I've read of Wonder Woman.
Where's the slipcase?
This is everything that I read of Wonder Woman from New 52. I
have this. But... Oh, I'm sorry. My book is so much bigger it let me interrupt you.
But this is Volume 1 of the Absolute, by the way.
Here we go. 3. So this is the exact same as those 3 trade paperbacks?
Yes.
Just hardcover, oversized art,
oversized print,
a yellow ribbon.
Oh, I wish this came with a ribbon. So that's why
oh my God, Jordan, this artwork.
Why are you lording it over me?
Oh my God. If you, in the words of Spooey, if you want it bigger and harder.
If you like it small and limp, go to the trade paperback route.
New Spooey. Is it at your Ollie's?
So bad.
Bunk even said, do you want me to get an absolute Wonder Woman for Jordan too? And I said, nah, it's not for him.
in reality,
When it comes to Cliff Chang, no size is too big.
I actually would prefer the omnibus
Uh,
because I love collecting main continuity stories in omnibus to put on the shelf versus an absolute.
but the artwork, bro.
I know, I love it. You haven't even read it yet. I
All I know
love the Cliff
is
King art.
I'm gonna bully Bunk into doing a Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang stream next month, and it's up to you if you want to have had read it, if you want to own it and read it by then.
Let me see, Wonder Woman omnibus. It's $100 on Amazon, but if I go on organic price books, probably gonna be around the same pricing right now because that book is expensive.
Oh my god, I don't even want to do this live stream anymore. I just want to read this.
I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, you're reading the book or you're looking at the book.
Every page is just a masterpiece of art.
Did War of the Gods come back in print?
The Absolute or the Omni?
The Omni.
It did.
How did I miss that?
I told you.
Yeah, back ordered on OPB, $95.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's an expensive omnibus. I've read it. You're left, and the graphic novel has been left in despair.
I love how those pills don't say what they are, but it's like the Incredible Hulk fighting a rhinoceros, and it just like it's implied, and there's like lightning on it.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to Disney Channel night at Disneyland this year, Renee? Because he texted me out of the blue and goes, or Discord's messaged me and goes, "Are you going to Sweethearts Night tonight?" And I go, "No," and he's like, "Fake fan."
Wow. Didn't you do that last year though?
I did, and it was nice. It was fine. It
was
cold.
Fine.
Are you talking about horny goat weed? Jordan's 3 favorite things. Horny goat weed is like it turns your trade paperback into an absolute.
Ah, got it.
The wife offered to buy me tickets to Star Wars night.
Sandwich night?
And I said I'd just rather buy more books.
Dude, that's my anniversary gift from Isabel. Not anniversary. Valentine's Day gift from Isabel. She's paying the other amount for the books from JP.
Nice. And what did you get her?
She has a list for me to get.
One time Jordan did me a favor, and I said, "Hey man, I'll pay you some money for this favor." He helped me with my LED lights a second time. And he goes, "Okay, man, I'll send you my list." And I go, "Nah, man, I just want to send you cash. Just tell me how much I owe you." He's like, "I'll send you my list." And then he sends him, and then the next day, I tell him, I'm like, "Hey, OPB is sending me all 3 Y the Last Man absolutes." And he goes, "Buy me the Omni." I was supposed to give him way less money than that. He picks the most expensive Omni.
Okay, here's my...
And then I buy it for him, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't think you were actually going to buy it."
Okay, in my defense, hear me out. My list was cheaper than what your wife offered to pay me to fix your lights. So I was trying to do you the favor of buying me something.
But you were so condescending about it. I was like, "Can you give me a range?"
I have to be with you. I have to be.
"I'll send you my list."
I'll send you the list. So I sent you the list, and then you hit me with I bought the Y the Last Man. You should buy
Oh,
the
no. You're already lying.
And you're like,
you're already lying. I did not buy Y the Last Man absolutes.
You're right. You were given the Y the Last Man absolutes. And you're like, you should buy the omnibus so we can compare them for a video. And I went, okay. Give me that one as the book.
He always does that. Anytime I get a free book, he's like, "Buy me the equivalent." So that it's like I still pay for the fucking book.
So I said it jokingly, like, "Yeah, you should buy it for me." And then he does, and I went, "Oh, that's sick." Because it's actually been it was on my list of omnis to buy when I first learned what omnibuses were. Which that's a video I want to do soon on Brave Boys Beyond, talking about terminology in the comic community.
I actually used a fifth of Jack Ship It Together. Or
Why?
Jack. What? I don't know. Is it Jacket Together? Wait,
Ooh,
that
that's a
should be,
good
bro. Your
one.
code should be Jacket Together.
That's good. Dude, can we
Um,
talk about how Just Bragg missed out on getting
he changed it.
Omnidog Sit? Did
He
he change
changed
it?
it. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Because I know he didn't want to change it for a while.
Change is scary. Shocked. Shocked I don't know your code? I'm sorry. My favorite is Illuminati's code. I like Stay Nerdy.
That's a good one.
I think it's unfair that some people's credit cards auto put in Mitch's code at checkout.
Oh,
That's
it autofills?
yeah.
Hmm.
That feels like cheating.
Wait, what? I need to write that down and picked it. JP. That's a great one, actually. Jack it together.
What about jacking off together?
Nah, that's just that. Well, that was over the line.
Oh, that
That
was the
got us
line?
demonetized.
It's okay. I stream with Jordan. We ain't making money anyways. Burn, roasted, bunked on.
What?
You got bunked on.
I don't think that's a
Um,
verb.
So do you not like Brian Azzarello Wonder Woman because it's a female protagonist? Or you just hate Cliff Chang's artwork?
You're such an instigator. You're the worst. I loved this series when no one was talking about it. Everyone was skipping over Wonder Woman. It was barely getting any praises. New 52 was still out. Like that was the current comic to buy, and no one was talking about this. And I got it, and I loved this book. And then I dropped off because I was a teenager and I had like no money.
But now you have money and you don't want to support a woman hero?
I have money that is gone already, Jake.
You should upgrade to the absolutes and then give the trade paperbacks as a giveaway or to a children's hospital. Do you not want to give it to a children's hospital?
That's actually cute. That's
Sick
actually a
Kids
great
is
idea.
cute?
Why? Yeah, donating it to a children's hospital. Why don't we ever do that? I've never
I
seen
have.
Don't you lie to me.
I've donated so many to comics for kids.
You could have donated those X-Men Omnis to comics.
Do you really think kids are reading Omnis though?
Oh, they love them. Comics are for kids, right? That's why they make them so expensive.
Expensive paper. Oh, you know what? There's something else I read. I read
Yes. Hey, I still have mine in my bag. Whip it out. Oh, he can't hear me anyways. Show us the hall. Show us the hall. Show us the hall.
Okay. So the game we're going to play is I want to see if anyone can guess what the video idea is for these books, and Jordan's Green Lanterns are a part of it. So you have Green Lantern, Earth 1, and then these 3 books, and we'll see if anyone can guess. So these are the books for our next video. We have Booster Gold by Jeff Johns, 52 pickup. Justice League International, Omnibus, Volume 1.
Hell yeah.
Green Lantern, Earth 1.
Yeah.
Can anyone guess what our video idea is?
We'll wait for the comments to roll in. I think we're delayed anyways, Jake. We're delayed, I think, 10 seconds, something like that.
10?
I thought it was 10 seconds. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, I got Discord. What I like to do on Discord is I always like to hit the wave to high, and my favorite one is the little dude freaking out. Oh, it hasn't sent yet.
Anyone have a guess on what our video? Yes, okay. So what video could I be using Justice League International, Booster Gold 52 pickup, and Green Lantern Earth 1 for?
New 52. Ooh.
But would Justice League International be New 52?
The topic.
Hey, you're going to tell them the topic to my video?
Our video.
Oh my god. Back to this thing.
That'll always make me laugh. What was the saying? I mean, yeah, we should keep it a secret until the video comes out, right?
Yeah. If someone guesses it, I'll let them know if they're right. Here, you guys want another hint? Creature Commandos.
Ooh, I didn't know that came in already.
Omnibuses that defined our... Yes. Creature Commandos defined my life, New Spooey.
Nice. You should read that. I've read nothing of Creature Commandos.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I've always said that J.M. DeMatteis's Creature Commandos defined my life. Okay. Green Lantern, Earth 1. Booster Gold 52 pickup. Creature Commandos. Justice League International. I'll tell you some more. All-Star Superman. Batman by Grant Morrison. The Authority.
Jake, you're giving it away at this point.
I know. No one was going to guess it. Booster Gold 52 pickup is too obscure.
That video should probably come out next weekend?
No, it should have come out. It should have come out last weekend because last weekend was the 1 year anniversary.
Wow, has it already been a year?
It's been a year and a week.
Wow, that's crazy.
Boom!
Dude, that passed by too quick when they made the announcements. That's scary.
I mean, I think it was just 365 days plus 7.
Plus 7. So what's that math, Jake? Do it for me.
A year and a week.
God damn it, Jake. It's fucking 372 days.
Why do you curse so much on our live streams?
What'd I say?
God damn it. Why do you
That's not
fucking...
a curse.
You said the F word.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh.
Again.
It's second nature.
Books you don't need a gas station pill for.
That's a good one.
I would have been funny if he said I was going to say books with a sense of humor, international or otherwise.
I like the gas station pill joke more.
Does Green Lantern Earth 1 have a lot of humor?
No, it's a more serious kind of book. But it's a great introduction into the DC universe.
The Authority did it for me. That was the only book I remember from his video.
Still haven't read The Authority. You have though, right? The first one at least?
It's like if Planetary sucked.
Jesus. Say how you really feel.
I did not like The Authority.
I'm like
it's just like it just felt like, oh, evil superhero or like violent superheroes and like millions of people die in every battle, and it's like, my superpower is the city. I can talk to the streets and my feet are rubber tires. And like the scale was too big. It was like, dude, their spaceship is like 5,000 miles long. And it's alive and it exists in the bleed, which you don't know about because you haven't read Final Crisis. Their sentient interdimensional spaceship is 5,000 miles long, and it just tried so hard.
And no one respects our opinions anymore. Think, Jake. Okay, so
Does everyone love The Authority? Was it just me that thought it tried too hard? I loved Planetary. Planetary is one of my favorite books I've ever read.
save
Just
your
some-
opinions for the book club.
It's not going to be
After
a book club
Planetary-
without News Buoy and a Fifth of Jack. They never joined our book club. Look, I'm a character in a Tom King book.
Neither have I.
And you're
Staying
not missing much. I'm just kidding.
All right, Jake,
Okay,
what
so
do you
here's
think?
the thing about The Authority. It starts you off into this world where the Authority step in after Stormwatch, which was the previous superhero team. Oh my god, I just heard my echo from delay. And I was trying to figure out where does Stormwatch like go, and Omnidog goes, "Oh, that's simple. You have to read Wildcats versus Aliens #7, which is super out of print." And like, so the origin of Authority is what happens to the Stormwatch team in a Wildcats Aliens crossover book that's super obscure, and it's such a weird story.
You didn't like Jim Lee's Wildcats? Did you like Alan Moore's Wildcats?
You know what sucks? When that one cog breaks in your 5,000 mile long ship and the whole damn thing needs to be replaced. Talk about a day lost. I don't have Planetary. Talking about brooding, where's the gray gargoyle with the rain? Okay, I think I'm tired. I think I need to eat. Jordan hasn't eaten either. Are you hungry?
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, guys, one last time. If you want to buy 1 to 3 books, use code Braveboys to save $2. Buying 4 or more books, save 5% with the code Braveboyssit. We have 2 videos dropping tomorrow morning. We have Brave Boys Beyond, Batman's Floppy Cock, and is that not what it is? Batman Floppies?
We're getting demonetized.
And what's my video? Oh, all the books I bought in January that my wife doesn't know about. Okay, guys, have an amazing time. Thank you so much for watching. Keep reading and stay brave.
Hold. I think I said the right one. Bye.
My wife just yelled I heard that about the books.
Hi, Jess. Tell her I said hi.
I think she's watching. You can just say hi directly to her.
Hi, Jess.
Is it too late to pet Grayson for me?
Oh.
Or your other 30 cats? Pet your cats for me. Good
Okay,
boys.
bye, guys.
Bye, guys.